What is happening, everybody? What is up? Long time no see. I apologize. I'm gonna be honest with you. I cheated on you guys. The truth. The truth is I cheated on you guys, and I'm coming out. I'm honest about it. Yesterday, I packed stuff in the morning and I did not go live. Reason being, the last 4 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, last 4 days, I've been on the road, hitting up stores, buying lots of stuff. So yesterday morning, I had to ship things and I had to do it really quickly. So I couldn't go on live. I've been MIA on all socials. My bad. I've just been so busy. Go, 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 go. And then with buying things, and then by the time I get home and stuff, I'm just out of it. I'm out of it. What's up, Purple? So we're back into it. We're going to sell some stuff. Things have been slow. I have not been listing. Shame on me. And they've been a little bit slow, but I do have some sales to go through. What's up, Way Out? What's up, Andrew? Good morning, Amy. Good morning. Good morning. Living the dream. Yes, living the dream. Glad to see you back. I'm glad to be back, Melissa. I'm so sorry. Guys, I will be on my normal scheduled routine from now on. So that is what's up. What's up, baby? Yay. What's up, Audra? Audra, I'm here. Yay. Gotta scroll away for spring. You already know it, guys. I'm sure it's the same wherever you live, but it is 16 degrees outside. 19 degrees, and I'm wearing shorts. That's just the way it goes. It was like warm, then all of a sudden, boom, cold right in your face. Hey, what's up, Fordham? Thanks for the stuff. What's up, Fordham? I haven't been on TikTok in a minute. I decided to talk and over here. So good morning, Zach. Not a lot to pack up, but I just wanted to come on, say I'm still around, I'm still live, and yeah, I bought a lot of stuff for spring, summer. I'm going to probably do some whatnots with some of it, recoup some of my money. But in the meantime, I have not thrifted this week one time. So I need to get this stuff. How are sales for everybody? That's my first question. What's up, Chase? What's up, Chase Scott? Southern, what's up, Mac? How are sales for everybody? I'm going to tell you right now, mine are slow. And some people I've talked to, theirs have been slow too. eBay, are you watching? You made that change. What's going on? I didn't change anything. I left everything at 9% promoted. What are you doing? Good morning. Had a negative feedback for communication and shipping. Got to keep going. Yeah, it sucks looking at that, but it's not going to affect your seller rating or anything like that. It won't even affect your sales. But it does suck looking at a negative feedback for a while. The crazy thing is I had a negative feedback and I was at 100% after a while because eBay does the automatic positive feedback thing now. So that's what's up. eBay, what's up, Juan? Nice to meet you. eBay is bad. Posh is amazing. That's crazy, guys. It's just the ebbs and flows. I had 2 Posh overnight. I think I had 1 eBay overnight, which is crazy. Poshmark doing okay. eBay ref. eBay, you watching this? Come on. Let's go. What's up from Nashville, MTG? Yeah, so don't worry about the negative feedback. It's okay. It happens. It's part of the business. You go to any review for any restaurant store, anything, it's going to be people leaving negative stuff for the most part. It's just what you get. And eBay's now like, you know what? We're going to start doing positive feedback after 30 days if no one leaves anything. So it's going to increase your percentage to be positive. Where have I been? I've been buying stuff for 4 days straight. I am so wore out, and now it's time to organize and things like that. Sales suck, let's say. Yes. Posh sales are all, look, it's the same thing. eBay sales slow. eBay sales sucks. Sales are awful. Posh sales really good. eBay sucks. Sales have been good the last couple of weeks, but all of a sudden sales have dropped dramatically. Have you experienced this before? So I will say, and I've said this for a while, if you've been following me, January is always a continuation of Q4. That has not been the case this year. And I don't think it's just me. It sounds like it's a lot of people. And also like K-Way and some other people, Peak and some other people I've talked to said they've had a little bit slower sales too. So I think it's all of us. It's not usually like this in January, but it's just, who knows? It's the ebbs and flows. I haven't been listening, so that's my fault. I've been sourcing. So I've been making my money. You make your money when you purchase your items. So I've been making my money doing that, getting tons of spring and summer stuff. So that's what's going on. What's up, Mac? Am I doing 9% across the board? Yes, I'm doing 9% across the board still. So I've been doing that since January 1st of last year, 2025. And I'm still doing it right now because I honestly haven't even had the time to mess with it because I've been so busy. But it's still at 9%. And we'll talk about what sales have come in, if they're promoted or not. But yeah, I thought about increasing my Nifty offers a little bit from 10 to maybe 20 or 15. Just get some stuff going. Maybe run a sale on all my winter stuff. Because you guys know that I've done this for a while, but if you're new, once your winter stuff, like once spring hits, your winter stuff just completely falls off a cliff until the next season. Yes, some sell, but for the most part, winter stuff falls off. How much do I list daily? 0 this week. 0 daily. Usually I try to list 70 to 100 a week is what I've been trying to do. 70 to 100 a week. 70 to 120 a week. But yeah, but the good thing is, like, what I've been doing a lot of retail arbitrage, which is really great because, for example, I bought a whole bunch of jerseys and like 3 sizes mostly, but I bought like 150 of them. So I can make 3 listings, take photos of 3 items, list those 3 items, which will take a total of 15 minutes or something. And then I'm done in quantity of 50 each. And I'm done. So really, I listed 150 items in that amount of time. So that's the good thing, which where I'll be at here in a minute. Mine are poop. I'm just going, just getting started back. 450 listings. I had 750 last January. Yeah, just listing. But yeah, also, I don't know. It's a coincidence that eBay changed their policy, their promoted policy, and everyone have had slow eBay sales. I spent under $800 at 2 stores. I don't think I'm spending enough. So I'll talk about that in a second too. Slow, but I keep listing daily. Yep, that's what you got to do. And just remember, guys, it's January and February, an awkward, very awkward time. Most people have bought their winter items in October, in September, and all this. That's why all these stores are having clearance sales now and putting out spring and summer, even though it's January. So people are like, I don't know if I want to buy my winter stuff now. It's not quite early enough for spring or summer. It's just kind of like a lull time. Steady but slow went from 7 a day to 3 to 5 a day. As long as things are selling, I'm good. I'm with you there. As long as I'm selling some things, I'm good. As long as I have enough to pay myself every week, I'm good. Where have I been? What's up, Tracy? Now, TikTok or in general? Because I've not been on TikTok at all. Let's see if I get violations, because I always get violations on TikTok. Audra, sales have been decent. Yeah, you have had good sales. I'll take the few larger sales adding up to the same, more bread and butter. Sold the retail arbitrage jacket in a day. Let's go. So, yeah, Audra's had good sales, especially if you can have those big sales. So hold on a second. So I went retail arbitraging, and everyone I talked to them were buying all the winter stuff. They were loading up on winter. Me, I like to buy spring and summer right now. So here in a month or two, I'll have more than everyone else. But here is a down Nike jacket. A down Nike jacket that they only had 4. They rolled them out right when I was there. I got them for $25 a piece. So those I'm going to list right away. But yeah, those, like Audra, going back, those are kind of a bigger sale item instead of bread and butter to catch up. But yeah, that was winter clearance. And Andrew, the reason why you're probably not finding winter is because a lot of people find out about the sales right away and they go in with their friends and they get all the winter within the first couple hours of the sale. The good winter. Slow. Things are slow. Starting listing my shorts already. Let's go. Yeah, it's not. I think every year I push it. It used to be March 1st. Then in the middle of February, I might start doing it right away too. I've been buying lots of shoes. Shoes have been good. I sold 3 pairs of shoes. I love selling shoes. I think you should continue. If you can get them cheap enough, continue. Well, hey, what's up, Bama Boutique? What's up, Amy? What's up, Amazing Annie? What's up, Annie? I haven't seen you in a minute. I went on a 1 day, but lazy getting there on time. Yeah, I was not lazy the last 4 days. Let me tell you, there's so much money to be made out there, guys, in small amounts. Like I bought items that I'm going to double or triple my money probably. But when I say that, I'm making like $2 to $4 a piece, but I'm going to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. On some items I bought were like $4 to $5 a piece, and I'm going to sell them for like 12 a piece, and they're just going to sell over and over again. And again, I'm just listing one item. So what's up, little Denny? Yeah, gone. Dick's Outlet Store is where I've been. Dick's Outlet Store. We have 3, luckily, in Indiana. 2 about an hour away from me. Each of them were about an hour away, and then 1 about 2 hours away from me. Let me get caught up on the chat. Decided to venture out of my clothing zone, comfort zone, and picked up new plush, a few plush, and some Build-A-Bear. Yes, Amy, I'm the same. I've been looking through the plush every time I go in the thrift store. If you guys are like, what do I get? What do I get? Go to Build-A-Bear on eBay, type in Build-A-Bear, filter sold, then filter highest price to lowest price, and just look at the couple pages. And those are the ones you really want to be looking out for. I sold Sonic and Tails a couple times. Those were good. Things like that. I actually have 2 right now. How to Train Your Dragon. I have the white and the black one. Came in late. What am I talking about? Packing stuff. I used to be Target Surfer. This is my new name. Match my install. Happy to see you. Epic advice. Hey, appreciate you. Yeah. Also, guys, if you are ever trying to change your name for like your store name or your social media name or whatever, you can do that. Like that. It's fine. And people will forget later on. How does your income compare 2024 to 2025 promoted at 9%? I have not looked at my I have not started my taxes yet, Art. I have not started my taxes. And Nifty, in 2024, I didn't have the analytics back then. Winter has been late for us in Louisiana, so people are just now buying cold winter gear. Yeah, so winter has been late too. You guys know we're right directly north of Louisiana. So when it dips down cold here from Canada, it dips down low in Louisiana and the north part of the panhandle of Florida as well. So it's cold here, and it looks like it's going to be cold here for a week at least, like cold. So it hasn't been. At least we've gotten through some weeks of January not being too cold. I'm having an awesome January in sales and finds. Yesterday I found a like new Frank and Eileen black hoodie and a women's Sitka. Ooh, Sitka is so good. Sitka guy, Bolo brand. Anyways, hello. What's up? Anyways, hello. Hi. I'm glad you changed your name. That's fine. So we'll call home. Villa home. It's 2. Villa at the beginning, which is a home, and home at the end. Okay, Ross, 48-cent sale. Have you ever been? Good question. So yeah, right now is when all the stores are doing their clearance, guys. Should we be doing the same thing with our eBay stores? Probably. That's what I'm going to probably do that right after this live. Yes, I have been to the Ross 48-cent sale. So Ross will mark all their clearance stuff to 48 cents to get rid of it. And I walked in and I walked right back out because the line was wrapped all the way to the back. And I knew I'd probably find about 4 or 5 items, and it wasn't worth it to me. Lately, when it comes to retail arbitrage, I'll hit them every once in a while, unless I know there's a big sale. And the way my mind works is I don't want to go and buy a couple things and spend time doing retail arbitrage. I want to go and I want to drop a lot of money and buy a ton of stuff. It's got to be worth my time. It's got to be worth my time. Now, I couldn't always do that. It took me a while to build up capital to be able to do that. When I was a teacher, I couldn't do that. Or if I did it, I'd have to flip everything right away. Time is money. I agree. Am I promoting on eBay? Yes, at 9%. Resort wear sells year round. Yeah, it does. And I didn't post like pictures of like, look at all the stuff I got and everything. I'm going to post a picture of all my receipts, like how long they are. But I didn't like post like, this is all I got. Look at all this stuff I got. I didn't do all that. I didn't. So, Nada, you inspire me. What do I do to inspire you? I'm just sitting here. We're all coworkers. What's the time it takes to make listing once you have the photos ready? It just depends. So if I have an item that's a sell similar, for example, a polo shirt, just a button-up shirt, I have a sell similar. I can take photos in 30 seconds, and I can go to my phone. I already have that listed or sold. Sell similar of that. Everything's usually filled out except for the size. I got to put the pictures in. Change the size, change if it's stripes or checks or pattern, and click list. So I can do a shirt in a minute like that if I have a sell similar. A quarter zip or crew neck Under Armour, sell similar really quick. Now, if I have a jacket that I don't know, that I don't have and I've never seen before, whatever, which I have one here, I've never heard of the name, that takes me a little longer. More measurements, find one like it, sell similar, make sure everything's filled out correctly, the specifics always. eBay has been awkward slow sales, 3 returns saying ordered by mistake and doesn't fit. That's, yeah, ordered by mistake, doesn't fit, happens a lot. Our thrift stores are packed with items as people clean out their closets. Got to grab it now. Couldn't even hardly push the jeans. Started checking back pockets. Found XX Levi's yesterday. Let's go, Audrey. Yeah, you gotta strike while the iron's hot, guys. You gotta strike while the iron's hot. You make your money when you buy your item. I was explaining that to my mom yesterday. Like, we were just talking, and I explained to her my grandpa built a trucking business, and you make your money when you make that deal for him. Like, all right, make a money. I'm going to transport Pampers diapers for you from Chicago to Cincinnati. All right, we made a deal that works. Shake hands. Your money's made at that point. Yes, the money will come in later, but that's when your money's made, when you make that deal. When you go and buy those items for cheap, that's when you make your money. Not finding much winter stuff in the thrifts, but killing it in the short section. This is the time, Chase. This is the time, and you guys know that. I preach it over and over again. I'm all about buying that off-season stuff. There are I know people out there personally, and I get it. Everyone's different. When I was teaching, like, I didn't have a lot of money to spend. I couldn't go buy shorts and list them and sit on those for months and months. Like, I had to buy the winter stuff in the winter. But if you have the money, you need to buy that spring and summer stuff right now. List it now or wait. It doesn't matter, but you need to buy it right now. No, you did not miss a sale yet. No sale. What's up, Running Yahoo? Do you know if Sierra does yellow tags? I went to a couple things and they have red tags, but they said they don't do yellow. Sierra does have an extra markdown event. So I don't know if it's a yellow or red, but Sierra does do a second markdown. So they'll mark it down once and then they'll mark it down again. Sierra. We only have one Sierra around here. Angel with the bow, good morning. Thanks for popping in. What's up, Blue Hippo? Thanks for popping in. Appreciate all you guys. This isn't going to be a super long one, but you never know. We get to talking and stuff like that. I don't have a ton to ship. Again, I cheated on all of you yesterday. If you're just here, sorry. But I came home right after I dropped the kids off. I packed like 15 orders that had to go out yesterday. I couldn't do a live because I had to move and get shopping. So I cheated on you guys and did not do a live while I packed stuff. The way I see it is promoted charges are tax write-off. I keep promoting it the same. Yeah, that's true. Promoting is it can be a tax write-off if you keep up with it. And on like Nifty, it will tell you if the items are promoted or not, right? So even when you do, sorry TikTok, you guys know I can't share screen with you, but you guys know you come over to your analytics, and your orders, and it will tell you if it's promoted. Boom, there's a promoted. So you can go through there, promoted, and you can, yeah, that's part of like advertising for your items. Advertising are write-offs towards your profits. You still posting winter stuff? Yes, I am. Yep. So I'll be posting winter stuff still. Yep. Definitely through the month of January. Yep. Stuart, What's up, Stuart? Yeah, that answers that question too. So usually like the middle of February is when I start doing summer and spring listing, because I'm telling you, like when March hits, spring break, people are buying their clothes right then. You want to have that stuff ready and available for them. Obviously, Nifty, you delist and relist everything. So recreate. So I still have all my inventory from last year, but I'll be listing all that new stuff. I want to be able to get all that stuff out as much as I can through that time. Does Nifty keep a total promoted fees? Anytime you sell an item, Nifty's AI will track it. It'll tell the sales. I'll tell you. It will tell you the sale price, the collected shipping, the fees on the platform. So like eBay will take, their fee, and then it'll also tell you if they took a promoted fee. So it will tell you all those fees on every single item. You don't have to enter them. It brings them in for you. It's 36 in North Carolina. It should not be 36 in North Carolina. Well, I guess you guys do have some mountains and stuff. Did Duke end up winning last night, by the way? I'm not going to wait until, I'm not going to wait in some line for 48 cents. No, for 5 items, no, I'm not doing it. How much online arbitrage do I do? Lately, I haven't done a lot, but in the past, I have. For example, Sierra. These are William Murray from Sierra. I bought a ton of these. So lately, I haven't, but it's not just retail arbitrage, guys. Online arbitrage. And again, you have to be on like the email list or the text list or whatever. Because when they start that sale, if it's at midnight, 1 a.m. or whatever, people are in there and they're buying it all. So when you get in there, you're like, oh, I really like that shirt. I'm going to buy those. You'll see that they only have like smalls left. Everyone's already bought the other ones. It's 18 in the mountains. The wind chill -6. Woo! Woo! I'm not about it. I'm not about it. Have a lovely day. See you soon. Hey, see you, Villa Home. Bye. 33 here. See, Georgia is south of Indiana too. Yep, it's nasty. It's nasty. What's the name of the lady that sells those hangers? Trisha is her name. Trisha Treasure Trove is what her name is. I'm down to 30 to 50 pieces of winter gear, and I have roughly 400 pieces of spring ready to go. Hey, Stuart, me and you are in the same boat. Not many people like what we do, but we're on the same boat. Selling all that or doing all the winter stuff in the winter and spring in the spring and summer. Good. So you're right on schedule. 30 to 50 left, and then you'll probably source some more the next couple weeks. What's up from Calhoun? What's up, Faith? I need to catch up with the chat, everybody. Am I the only one with no sales from selling 7 items per day to nothing? What's up, Casey? Nada to Prada. Listen, earlier in this conversation, in this live, first thing I said were my sales are dead. My sales are so slow right now. And everyone in the chat were like, my sales are slow. My sales are slow. K-Way, his sales are slow. Peak, his sales are slow. And they list consistently. I haven't been listing consistently the last 4 days. So, but some people have said they've had good sales. Audra says she's had good sales. I follow you, man. Model my business. Hey, it's good to, that's fine. I'm glad it works out for you. Whatever works out for you, Stuart. But I'm definitely all about watching multiple people and taking pieces. I know we're all adults. We all know that. Like take bits and pieces. Like maybe you like my winter and spring way of doing things, but like the inventory system you don't like, use like the box system, stuff like that. How do you feel about the outlet stores? Angel, the outlet stores, I love shopping at the Polo outlets, and then they started being stingy, and they only allowed you to get a certain amount of items, and it's nationwide at those stores. So stupid. I literally was telling the manager, I want to spend $5,000 right now. Your store will have $5,000 in sales right now on a Monday in the middle of the winter. And they'll be like, I'm sorry, we can't sell more than however many items to you. I'm like, you're turning down money? You're turning down sales? What? Who cares if I resell it or not? I never get it. So yeah, some of the outlets are cool. Some of the outlets like Adidas and Nike, I remember they're like, take as much as you want. That's how they are. My sales are slow, but still listing more. Fill the pipeline. Yep. Just keep listing. Yep, Dory voice. Just keep listing. Just keep listing. We actually went to the dentist this morning. Took my kids to the dentist, and they had a fish tank. They had a Dory fish. Yeah, I can't do these totes. Yep. See, I know. I know. I know. I'm gonna have to. I have all the inventory I got. I'm gonna have to consolidate some of these, and because I have a ton of new stuff to put in them. I'm gonna have to buy some bins today. Okay. How do you like the Orlando outlets? Orlando outlets are amazing, amazing, Annie. Orlando outlets are really good. Like probably some of the best I've ever been to. The Tanger ones in Orlando are really good. What crosslister do I use? Nifty. It's the best one by far. I think everyone knows that by now. I see like all the people I've followed have gone to like promote Nifty because it's the best. So I highly recommend it. And I'll always talk about how it's so good. So if you want source up finds or in my link tree or post anywhere, I have a free trial and a discount off your first month. Did you get the snow? Hang on, did we hear? Oh, Debbie, did we get the snow like you did in Valpo? No, Bearded's up there near you in Lowell, and he got it. We did not. We just got the wind and snowflakes, but no snow. Just joined Vindu. Yeah, I mean, I just recently switched to Nifty, and I concur that it's the best. Cloudy knows. So I don't know if you can cancel or whatever, but yeah, it's the best right now. I mean, Vindu might do some things and be the best, and I'll switch to whatever platform I think is the easiest and best. Tomorrow is half off of Goodwill. Hopefully I find some good stuff. Okay, let's go. If you live in the Indianapolis or Indiana area, they're opening a new Goodwill on the 20th in Indy. So brand new store opening on the 20th of Indy. My sales have definitely increased since I've added Nifty. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember when I first added it. I've talked about that a million times. Like, I've never reached that. I've never gone back to the sales of the amount of items in my inventory. I can't get back up there. You make money on the buy, not the sale. 100%. That's it. Oh my gosh, I'm so far back. What is the drop-off process with the post office? What is my drop-off? So I actually drop my stuff off at the post office. I have a P.O. box there. I take it to the post office because usually I'll go to the Goodwills or I'll do whatever. So I take my items to the post office. So that's how I do it. Week before last, I picked up 2 Roebuck pants. Ooh, Ariat pants, a poncho shirt, and Scotty vest, all new with tags. Oh my gosh. Someone's rich donating all that. Roebuck, that's like the best. I did sell a pair of Ariat. We'll get to those in a second. I got all my winter stuff as I found them in the spring and summer and sold so much more and still selling. Exactly. So I talked about that with my wife. I have some things that I'm going to put on Whatnot. A lot of them are spring and stuff. So the question is, do I sell it now on Whatnot? People buy year round. Or do I make maybe 30% more on those items if I hold on to them until March or April? At the same time, I'm saving 30% on those, or I'm going to make 30% more, right, on those items if I wait. But if I sell them now, I'll have all that cash that I could redeploy and get more stuff to make more money by April and March. Would it be 30% more than what I would be making? Probably. So that's it. There's always an equation, right? There's always an equation in everything. You got to, there's not one dry cut answer. You just kind of have to think about it. Excited 2026. Just signed up for Nifty. Let's go. You're going to love it. Right now it's slow sales, but you will love it. Great choice. It's awesome. Our up-down cheapskate is moving, so they had a huge $3 stamp sale. I racked up on so many items. 5 pairs of polo shorts for $3. Let's go. That's awesome. Yeah, moving sale, I'd be all over it. User, promoting is selling cost, which is deductible from revenue. Weird that anyone has said differently. Promoting is selling cost, which is deductible from revenue. There you go. Do you have a good tax reference video for people? I don't. I've had the same CPA since 2011, so she just tells me what I need. We're on the same page now. Scott Way, what's up? Well, now Well, now and use cash for additional inventory. Are you saying sell? Yeah, sell now and use cash for you. Yeah, and you're an OG, so you know. I think I'm kind of on that page. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of mix. Do I ever shop Play-Dohs? I don't, but I need to do it more. I need to do it more because I hear you guys and I see people's posts about how great of deals they get at Play-Dohs. We have a couple of them. So yeah. Months after seeing you recommended Kimes jeans, I finally found a pair sold fast. Cloudy finds. Well, that's probably the only time that I found them. I only found pairs one time and a fake pair that I didn't get. So good find. Good find. I want to ask you a question privately. Where's the best place? Angel with the bow. Best place to message me privately is on Instagram. I can see those. Facebook is awful. TikTok is all. I can never find those. Where have I been the last few days? Shopping. Literally, I don't like to like brag and talk about numbers and all that stuff, but I can tell you I probably bought 2,000 items, probably. So you just gotta strike when the iron's hot, put everything down. Luckily, in my business, like Nifty sending out offers and doing all that stuff, had plans to thrift or do this or do that. Luckily, I can put it all down. Big sale, big something going on. Hop on it, right? You hear about a Goodwill opening, grand opening. You got to, you know, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Sorry, I had something else planned. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. Been selling for 20 years. I love your content. Hey, appreciate you, Closet Swap. I appreciate you. Yeah, I have been selling a long time. I used to do hard goods and antiques and collectibles and all that stuff, and then I switched over to clothing, just where I'm at. It's the best month to thrift. Everyone cleaned out their closet. The Closet Swap said that. How about that? Yep, it's true. It's a good month. How do I bid? J-Ride, I don't. This isn't a live. This isn't live bidding on here. I'm not on District. Like you, if you guys follow, you guys know J-Ride. He's got great advice. J-Ride's got great advice. Hard goods, reselling, investing, all that sort of stuff. So I'm sure a lot of you follow J-Ride, but J-Ride's got great advice. Smart guy. What do you think about women's swimsuits? I have a connect that's trying to offload a bunch. I would say new with tags is probably best. But if you can find, I don't know. I haven't sold many swimsuits other than men's. Women's, I don't know. Maybe someone in the chat can help you with that. Do I ever find any Saks dresses? No, I haven't. When is your next What Not Show? What's up, Bold North? Next What Not Show is going to be soon. But it's not going to be used women's clothing. It's going to be stuff that you guys probably aren't interested in. So I love 13 before and after major holidays. Good deals. I'm with you, Harbor Finds. I'm with you. Retail arbitrage too. Helped to jump on a polo shirt bandwagon a year ago, and I still have more than half. I want them to gone, obviously, but my niche, not my niche. What advice do you have for titles? I think it might be my problem. Mine are just Polo Ralph Lauren, men's, button shirt, size, pattern, color. That's it. But it's more than titles. To me, it's more about the cover photo, your price, promoting it now, and yeah. So your picture, your price, promoting it. Those are the keys for those shirts because the market's very flooded with them. If anyone is on Android, update your eBay app. They finally added back the, there you go. If you have an Android, update the eBay app. I don't have an Android, so I don't. But my eBay app has actually been like freezing a lot, so I think I need to update it too on my Apple device. I started selling everything as soon as I get it, and then listing 10 from my death pile as a thrift again. New thrifts are selling super fast. I'm getting better at selections. Yeah, we get better and better as we go with everything, no matter what category you're in, right? And it's really nice to then be able to expand a little bit if you can. So, dude, I've said eBay, I've said Poshmark, I've said sales, I've said everything. I've said everything, and I haven't had anything yet. So I told you I went to a personal account. So TikTok Shop, I'm not on TikTok Shop anymore. So I wonder if that's it. Would you rather promote instead of offering 10% coupon on my store? I like promoting better than a coupon because promoting is basically eBay advertising your product for you. So they're going to put your product at the top of search when people search an item. And eBay is a very search-driven engine. And then also we'll put it off-site too. So I think to me, it's better to have that. If you have a coupon, you might be on the second or third page and people will then see that you have a coupon. Your previous buyers will see that you have a coupon, but I found on eBay, I don't have a ton of repeat buyers. Let me get on eBay. Yeah, I like not one repeat buyer. I love watching your show. It's very inspiring to me. I just started my business in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I've gotten 2 sales. Let's go. I'm sourcing a little differently than most people. You got to do what you got to do. Desiree, let's go. Just starting out. Great. You're going to make, for me, for a regular job person, being a teacher or whatever, like making an extra however much time you have a year, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 a year was great money for me. It's a great side hustle. Is K-Way a better reseller than me? He's sold more things on Whatnot than I have. I'm just going to tell you facts. K-Way has sold more things on Whatnot than I have. What percent do I promote? 9%. Isn't the 10% going to put you in the 25? So K-Way says, so yes. No, the facts, you've sold more. Is he a better seller? He's sold more items on Whatnot than me. So yeah. And also you have to cut his sales in half, or actually probably in like you have to cut his sales by 90% because his wife does 90% of the work and he does 10%. So more like 1%. So I guess it's me versus his 10% of his sales. My model is a little bit different. I'm a unique vintage market, but this is a side hustle, and that's what, yeah. There's so many ways to make money, guys. So many ways. Bearded thrifter. I mean, you guys know he buys estate sale type stuff, storage lockers type stuff, kids' toys, collectibles, all that stuff. But he also buys clothing. You're also better looking. That is also a fact too. K-Way is better looking than me. And if I do get a violation on that, that means that's actually a false statement. But that's the true story. You're cute. Every time you're live, I come in and I say something because I like to see your cute face. Have you ever tried selling on Curtsy? I have not. Isn't the 10% promotion going to come out more than Poshmark? I mean, I don't promote on Poshmark, if that's what you're asking, Annie. I don't promote on Poshmark. Nike now has some restrictions. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of times. I never have an issue. There's, speaking of bearded. Can't talk to you. Here. What's up, cutie? I'm doing a live. Oh my God. I'll call you in a little bit. Bye. God. At a Ralph Lauren outlet, you're welcome to purchase as many items as you desire. K-Way, you hear that? Are you still in here? Where do you live where you can buy as many items as you want? Sorry, I'm way back in the chat. I agree on Nifty. I agree on it. I'm using Flipped as a cross lister. Listen, at the end of the day, I recommend cross listing. I don't care. It doesn't matter what you use. I just recommend cross listing. Flipped, Vendu, Nifty, List Perfectly, all of them. Pick whatever one works for you and use that one. Definitely recommend cross-listing. You have to be cross-listing. You have to be doing it. Yeah, who's telling that lie? It was Juliet. That's a lie. Juliet was telling that lie. Juliet. Yeah, Wayne and I both know that. They're such punks. Wayne's the same way. I don't know if you just came in here, but like we both literally go in and we're like, we're going to spend thousands of dollars right now. That will make our store look really good. You want to do it? No, we can't. So you're telling me you don't want me to spend thousands of dollars and you're not going to have to take that inventory and put it back in the back and ship it off to your warehouse. Nope. Okay. Okay. Makes zero sense. You haven't been on my For You page in forever. I know. I really haven't been posting on TikTok. I'm sorry. I'm going to do more. That's why I'm live over here. I use Prime Lister. Budget uses Prime Lister. Yeah, so again, I recommend cross-listing, period. Cross-listing, period. I think Nifty is the best one currently out there, but there are like flipped. I think it's cheaper and things like that. Whatever floats your boat. And also, people don't like change. So if you're used to one, you just stick with it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Although the Detroit area has no schools, snow everywhere. Ooh, good for them. I'm glad my kid, even though I took my kids to a dentist appointment, I'm glad they have school today. I have so much to do. Signed up for Nifty yesterday. Already 3 sales on my car and 1 for Poshmark. Let's go. That's what I like to hear. Let's go. Yep, that's the truth. No, Kelsey from Mellow State says, hold on until March. That's not too far off. Yeah, right. Different strokes for different folks when it comes to things. So when I was at one of the Dick's stores, I talked to a guy who does it all the time. And he's like, no, I literally go and buy as much as I can one day, run a whatnot that night, go the next day, buy as much as I can, or run a whatnot that night, over and over again during the big sales. And he's like, I clear 50 to 100,000. So people are always buying. Again, you make your money when you buy your item. If you can buy a pair of Lucky Pants for 50 cents to $1 and throw them on whatnot at dollar starts, if you're selling them for $7 a piece, to most people, they're like, oh my gosh, that's awful because I have to pay $7.99 for these. But you're buying them so cheap, 50 cents to $1, you're selling them for $7 back to back to back to back to back. You're making really good money. So it's all about your buy cost. What am I listing today? Jackets like these and jerseys for now. I don't know. I don't know. I'm organizing, and I'm going to be kicked out of the house if I don't get my house together. This month, my sales are almost the same as Poshmark and eBay. Yeah, are almost the same for Poshmark and eBay. So are you saying your eBay sales are slower? Because I'm with you on that. We're in the 80s here in Southern Cal. Our outlets are so expensive. Ooh, not good. I think you guys have like one going on there too. So much to do, but you're blessing us with your presence. No, I just haven't. Yeah, you guys know I like talking to you guys. I like talking this stuff. And also, I have to pack. So might as well teach because I'm a teacher. Yeah. So that's just, you're my coworkers. Otherwise, it's lonely all the day. I've been on the road for days and days by myself with nobody to talk to. I try to call people. KOA doesn't answer my phone. Polo is already starting to sell for me again on eBay and Posh. Let's go. Good morning from Pocono. What's up, Pocono, on the East Coast mountains? Sell now, reinvest more inventory. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Gosh, which means there's more. Oh, yeah, I think sell now, reinvest in more inventory. Yeah. And also, get that money back. Oh, there's Bearded. Oh, Bearded's going to agree. Sell now, reinvest in more inventory. Oh, I don't want to look at you. I listed some shorts as well. I just had a lot 1 week ago. There you go. I just had a lot from a $1 sale, $1 days a week ago. Yeah. I'm all about buying off season. You guys know that by now. If you're just not following me, that's what I do. Off season. I do still promote on eBay with their changes. I have. And to be honest, I haven't seen a change, and I haven't had time to change anything or do any analytics or look at anything. I just haven't done anything. But I just started 2 weeks ago and 5 sales already on Poshmark. Let's go. That's awesome. Slower, but Posh has been better this month. And that's what goes back again to cross-listing. Cross-listing is very important. I don't care what platform you use, so you can even it out. eBay is slow, Poshmark's up. We'll bring that tide up, bring the boat up. Are you going to be watching Sunday, the Bears game? Oh, Debbie. Do you have more garage sales than Goodwills in the summer? So, no, I don't feel like here in the city we have many garage sales. I feel like in Indiana, the rural, more towns that have town-wide garage sales. In Indianapolis, for some reason, you just don't see them as much. Like, I'll be driving around and you just don't see them as much. Are you going to be watching Sunday, the Bears game? Last weekend was so crazy. So Chicago fan, we graded the Packers in the fourth quarter. People were setting off fireworks all over my neighborhood. That was a great win for us. One of the oldest rivals in the NFL, but now going after the Rams. So, yes, that game was awesome. Yes, I watch every football game right now, all the college, all the NFL, because it's all playoffs. You win, you're moving on. You lose, you're out. That game was awesome. So I'm in Indianapolis. I'm 3 hours away from Chicago. My whole life growing up until I go to Chicago. We go to Chicago twice a year as a family, and then once a year, and I still go out there. I love Chicago. I love the history. I love Chicago. So other than the Colts, I'll root for the Bears. So yes, even though we beat the Bears in the Super Bowl, I'll be rooting for your Bears. It's been a long time for them. How do you keep your teeth so white? People ask me that all the time. This is what I'll say. My wife buys like Crest whitening toothpaste, like we all probably buy because they all have that in it. And then I don't drink coffee or tea. So that would be the only thing I could think of. I need to move to another state. Google's close, and the prices are so much higher than what I see other resellers pay. Yeah, it's just different. It's different. I mean, also, like, it depends where you have family, but think how many careers where people have to move for their jobs, right? So if you have to, if your career is reselling, you might have to think about moving to a place where you can get really good inventory all the time. I mean, people change locations all the time because of their careers, right? Miracle swimsuits, Bolo, Miracle swimsuits. Keep that one in mind, guys. I stopped going to Greedwill. Any other thrift store opinions or options? Also, any advice for retail arbitrage? So retail arbitrage, you just have to know when they're having their sales. All like the TJ Maxx, the Marshalls, any outlet stores that are near you, Academies, Dick's, all those. You just have to keep track of when they're having their sales. As far as Greedwill, here in Indy, they own our city. We don't have like any thrift stores barely other than Goodwill, and they're opening more and more. So all we have is Goodwill here in Indy. Go Hoosiers! Look out there, Hoosiers! Yeah, Indiana Hoosiers in the championship game. That's crazy. They're a basketball school, and their football is in the championship game. Is this a slower time of sales for you? January is usually one of my better months of the year. This year has not been that way. And I've been selling clothing for 10 years now. It's not been that way this year. Do you wait in line to be scanned at the post office? Good question. No, I don't. So our post office now, they have this huge, it's about hip height, stainless steel, like just bench. And on the other side of it, they have bins, like big rolling bin carts. So I just go in and I drop all my packages and I walk out. They usually get scanned within an hour. They scan all day long. They're gorgeous. Thanks. I actually did take my kids to the dentist this morning, and they had no cavities for the first time ever, which was great because that costs money. I hate it. Do you plan on changing your flat rate shipping prices, USPS, razor prices? I'll have to look at that too. Right now, I looked up yesterday when I shipped everything. I did it individually to look at prices, and they were all still a little bit less than what I'm paying, so I'm fine with that. There we go, user. K-Way is a better sleeper and pool lounger than surfs, though. I agree. 100% better sleeper, 100% better pool lounger. Now, listen, I love the pool, and I can do the pool stuff, but I'm not lounging by the pool. I'm playing in the pool. You guys know I'm a kid at heart. I thought I read no more top for standard promotions reserved for advanced. Well, I don't know. No more top for standard promotions reserved for advanced. They probably are. No more top for, your stuff doesn't get pushed to the top for standard promotions, only for advanced. Probably. eBay's just trying to capitalize as much as they can. We're almost to the end. We'll get packing, I promise, guys. Angie, what is up? What's up, Ma? What's up, everybody? And Amy D, I saw you in here with the boxes, girl. I don't know if I already said hi. I found a vocal in the St. Louis area. Found by the pound where you get all the clothes and shoes for $3.50 a pound. There you go, Desire. That's good. Look for Goodwill outlets. Usually they're like $1.60 a pound for the Goodwill bins or outlet stores. Those are pretty good. I'm pretty sure you'll have one in St. Louis area for sure. My Ralph Lauren outlet hasn't limited me and bought hundreds of at a time. Dang, lucky Danny. Ours really sucks. And to be honest, I don't mess with it because in Indiana, where I live in Indianapolis, we have one that's about an hour away from me. And then all the others are like 3 hours. So I don't even mess with it. If I lived in Florida, I could hit so many of them. Tampa, Orlando, on the other side, Daytona, you could hit so many. You could spend a 2-day thrifting trip with a box truck and buy so much, but I don't live there. My post office doesn't scan for days sometimes. It's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That is crazy. Cheesesteak. What's up, cheesesteak? I had a cheesesteak from Penn Station last night. I've been doing postal porch pickup every day. And my postal office guy, my worker, my post office, what would you call him, your mailman? My mailman says he would prefer that because they get extra when they do that. But I just don't do it because my wife doesn't like me that's why I got a P.O. box in the first place. She doesn't like putting packages on the front porch all the time and stuff like that and having returns. So, happy wife, happy life in my household. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Amy, do you know what I mean? Have you went to Amazon bins in any? No, Tracy, I have not been to the Amazon bins. Our bins are $1.99 per pound, Annie said. Yeah, ours have gone a little bit more. They're not quite $2 yet. I know they're still in the dollar range. I've not been to the Amazon bins. But you know me, like, I'm a snob. Like, I'm over, unless I'm making a decent amount of money on hard goods, like, I'm over buying some of that crap. Hard goods. And I know there's a lot of money to be made there. There's money to be made everywhere. It's crazy. Crazy. California 2 weeks ago, they had an extra 25% off plus 25% off coupon. Let's go at the Polo store. That's crazy. I found a local store. Got that. Does your wife go crazy with your business? She did for a long time. So I'll tell you a little story. $2.49 at the bins in Virginia. Virginia, what are you doing? There's Amy D. Okay, hold on. Let me get some protein. Piece of scrap saying bear down. Go Bears. We see bear down. You say go Bears. 49ers. Luckily, the 49ers don't pay the Bears. And I feel bad for, what's his name? Kittle. Feel bad for Kittle got hurt. Okay. Does my wife go crazy? Thanks for the heart. Michelle, appreciate you. All right. So it all started a long time ago. She married me. I started reselling in 2001. So when we were in college, I would go to TJ Maxx and like, I remember they would have Toomey luggage there and I'd buy the Toomey luggage and sell it on eBay. Like I was always hustling, always reselling on eBay and places like that. When they would do the Black Friday events, I'd go out and like get PlayStations and do that and all that. So she knew that I was doing that. Then we got married and I'd bring home antiques collectibles from estate sales. And she'd be like, make sure you keep that in that one room. I get, she doesn't like clutter. She hates clutter. And then I got into clothing. You can see what it looks like now. And for her, she's like, all right, if we're going to make this marriage work, I'm going to help you create like an inventory and an area. So she helped me make this area with all these totes and everything in the other room too. And then also a photo station. So now all my stuff is down in the basement. Nothing's upstairs. So she breathes easy. So go Birds. Next year, they lost. I know. A year ago, everyone was saying go Birds, go Birds. Not now. I'm curious, if I have 10K in sales, but how much will I owe in taxes? It just depends. You could buy a Rolex for $9,000 and sell it for $10,000. And you'll have to pay taxes on your profit. You'll be able to take some off of that $1,000, but you probably made $800 profit on that after fees or whatever. So you have to pay taxes on $800. Now, if you bought $1,000 worth of items and you sold them for $10,000, you're going to have to pay taxes on $8 to $9 grand worth of stuff. So it just all depends. Whatever tax bracket you're in, somewhere probably like around 20 or something, you're going to have to pay 20%, whatever your profit is that you come up with at the end of the year. So you should get a CPA, because a CPA will tell you, hey, is your business out of your house? It is. All right. Well, I need all your bills so we can deduct some of those costs. How much square footage is your house? Okay. How many miles did you use for your business? Okay. Let's deduct some of that. What did you buy for your business? New lights. Let's deduct that from your business. So you can see how much you owe gets smaller and smaller because they're business expenses. Do taxes right. Don't forget about deductions. Exactly what Roxy's saying. They're referring no one here can answer that for. Okay, you guys are talking. The bins in Indy is $1.99 per pound. Thanks, Allison. $1.99 per pound in Indy. So we're not quite at $2. We're a cent off. I haven't been to the bins in a while. Your taxes off your net profit, not top line revenue. Exactly. So not your gross, it's your net profit. Your net profit. And then you can deduct from your net profit. So that's why you need to get a good CPA that knows what they're doing. They'll tell you, if you get a good CPA, they'll say, I need this, I need that. Anything you did to your house, anything this, anything that, give it to me. What's your square footage of the space you use in your house? I need that. I need all your electric bills. I need all your water bills. I need all that, because there's all sorts of calculations where you can write off just a little bit here and there and there, here and there. It saves you money when it's tax time. We have a great postal worker, picks up and scans. Gave her $50 gift card for Christmas. Got to take care of the people that can take care of you. For sure. You have to do that, guys. Relationships are so important. The last few days, I've made some really good relationships with the places I was at. And like postal service people, yeah, like the mailman, yeah, especially if they're doing porch pickup. Like, not even just, everyone quarterly. Here's a $25 gift card or whatever. They're not supposed to take cash or whatever, but they're not going to turn it away. You can deduct mileage. Oh my gosh. I make so much money back on mileage. So much money. You guys know I travel a ton for thrifting. So thank goodness for my Tesla, because I get to charge it at home, which is a deduction. Part of that's deducted, and I get to write off my miles, which is great. Been hustling since 1977, selling candy during snack break, 2nd grade. Let's go. So you beat me. My first hustle was selling candy in 6th and 7th grade. That was my first hustle. So you were doing it in 2nd grade. Good for you. Treasure Nest in the house. What's up, Treasure Nest? Look, we only have a couple comments so we can actually do it. Love my Toomey. Yeah, Toomey is so good. They had a collab with Ducati, which are really nice Italian motorcycles, and those sold for such good money. That's what I was buying in college. New to me brand, Golfolino, paid $2, same day, sold for an offer for $42. Golfolino. There's always new golf brands. It's crazy. How do you pay federal taxes during the year? So you just pay them when your taxes? Yeah. So I decide I pay my taxes, and I know you can save money by paying your taxes quarterly. So what your CPA will say, okay, based off of last year, this is what you need to pay quarterly. And then at the end of tax season, you'll see you might get a little money back or you might owe a little bit. For me, I just pay it all at the end of the tax season. That's what I do. You have to pay a little bit more, but the way I see it is to have that chunk of money to be able to put into business, buy more, sell more, buy more, sell more, instead of giving it all away at because I don't want to be in a predicament where there's $5,000 worth of stuff right here that I could sell for $15 and I can't buy it because I paid my taxes. What's up, Thrifty Ducky? I heard you had a whatnot. I was shopping and I heard you had a whatnot yesterday. Wayne texted me, or Ford shared it with me. But when I got in there, you were done. I hope it went well. All right. We are to packing. Let's go, guys. Lucky Brand jeans. I have had these pair of Lucky Brand jeans for so long. So long. My picture is awful. I know you guys on TikTok can't see it. Sorry. I'll bring you guys over. Look at, they're on my hardwood floor. They're so bad, and I've had them for so long. There we go. Title, Lucky. Probably the only Lucky thing I've sold. Oh, no, those are not them. Oh, I sold them on Poshmark. Never mind. Sold them on Poshmark. So my sales. How about that? Lucky Brand jeans on Poshmark. Oh, these are so bad. Just not good because they're so dark and my hardwood floor is dark. Anyways, okay. I sold these Lucky Brand jeans for $20. So happy to get rid of them. Again, that's not bad for Lucky. If you can get Lucky Brand jeans for $5 a piece, I'd be buying them. They are a size 34, 35 size. It was a good, oh, it was your first show. Okay, let's go. Well, I followed you anyways. You probably saw that come in later on. Did you see that come in later on when I followed you? Do you still pick up Judy Blues and Untuck-It? I do still pick up Untuck-It, and I actually sold one. So I'll show you what I sold. Judy Blue, I haven't seen him in a while, but the other day I was in K-Way's live, and I asked K-Way, I said, what brand are you not going to pick up anymore in 2026? And he said Judy Blue. So maybe not. Yeah, sure, follow thing, yeah. Do you like vintage made in the USA clothing? Yes. Of course I do. It's hard to find, but oh yeah, I'm always looking out for it. Levi's jeans, t-shirts, all that sort of stuff. Pay quarterly taxes to avoid IRS fines. The IRS will fine you if you don't pay enough throughout the year. Yeah, you'll have to pay a little bit more if you don't do it quarterly. But again, everyone, do your own thing. Talk to your CPA, whatever's right for you. Best sports find recently? Let's go. The best WNBA player in all of the WNBA is who, everybody? Tell me who. K-Way started the show and rated it was so sweet of him. He's not very sweet. Mac, CC, you got it. Kaylin Clark, Bird is what? No, she's gone. She retired, right? Kaylin Clark. So, luckily, I live in Indianapolis, okay? So here's the story, retail arbitrage. I live in Indianapolis, where Caitlin Clark plays. Also, we had the All-Star game in Indianapolis this past year. So we have a ton of WNBA All-Star jerseys, youth and adults. Like these are the good ones. These are the $100 and whatever dollar ones. Caitlin Clark's, whole bunch of them. I bought every single one they had. Every single one. Every one. So yes, those were my best sports. So the question is, what's my best sports recently? That's my best sport. Nick, what is up? We are leaving Wayne in 2025. K-Way shop only. Are we doing that? Is that what we're doing? Is it K-Way shop only? Well, let's just call it Kayla. Caitlin Clark. See, look, everyone, Caitlin Clark. See? You got to know that. That's why you got to know sports. So there they had Aaliyah Boston. They did have an Angel Reese. One of them I bought them because she is still popular. They had some other WNBA players. But Caitlin Clark is so well. She's like the next big. In my opinion, she's the next biggest athlete in all of sports, men's or women's. She is the next biggest athlete in all of sports. So she completely flipped the WNBA in just a year. Yes, Dick's Sporting Goods. She didn't play, right, because she was injured. Yes, correct. So she didn't play in the All-Star game because she was injured. That's right. How many were there? I haven't counted them. But I know I bought 100 at least. Which is good because I'm not going to have much competition because they're not sold anywhere else, just Indy. Good morning, sirs. Finally call you live. What's up? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Merry Christmas to you, Joy. Thanks. And Happy New Year. I guess more of a Happy New Year. But yeah, thanks for coming in. We just put away our Christmas stuff this weekend. So it was Christmas here. And my daughter still listens to Christmas music at night. She listens to Alexa Christmas music at night. How much were there? Okay, so let's talk about that. You the one that cleared out gone. Listen, there's so much still there that I could go back and buy so much more if I wanted. Different things. There's money. There's just so much in different areas. Like if you're okay spending $2 to sell it for $5 on Whatnot or $12 on eBay throughout the year, it's like right now it's a limited amount of stuff. But some are slow sellers, some are fast sellers. It's just everyone has a different business model too. You saying sports models sell better than regular brands? What I say with sports, with jerseys and things like that, the ones that sell the best are the ones that are the team sponsored. So Caitlin Clark jersey, they're Jordan or Nike, right? Jordan, Nike, same company. So you find Caitlin Clark jerseys all over Indy that are like, Coliseum or, whatever off brand. No, I'm buying the name brand ones, the ones that they wear. You and Kaylee have been my teachers now, and I have 2K listing. I made $70K last year because of you. Let's go. I'll take credit for that over Kaylee. I don't want to give him any credit, but no, that's awesome. Congratulations. It's like also the reason my wife is okay with all of this is because she knows it pays for our vacations. Like her job and just for like it pays our bill. Her job and my job pays the bills and stuff. And then doing this extra stuff pays for the vacation. So we can go on a cruise for spring break and all that sort of thing. So she understands that. And it also helps that it's all in my business is a different money than our joint money. So she's not seeing like, oh, you spent this much or you bought this or you bought that. It's in a different account. And that's huge because finances can be a burden in a lot of relationships, as you know. Nebraska spanked Indianapolis last week. Indy now a football school and now a basketball school, right? Nebraska's ranked now, right? Isn't that crazy how flip-flop? Same here in Indiana. Purdue used to be football and now Purdue's basketball. I think they're ranked 5th. Only WNBA jersey worth flipping. Caitlin Clark. That's right. You gotta know, right? Love vacations. Me too. I live for them. What's up, Gladys? Live for vacations. Always tell my wife, I'm like, there's not one spring break that we're not taking because our kids are only going to be 6 and 9 once. They're only going to be 7 and 10 once. Only selfishly, I'm only going to be 40 once. I'm only going to be 39 once, right? I found a Toomey Voyager at the garage number 20. It's like new condition. Toomey's so great. It's great for the personal too if you do travel. I've sold more Christmas items after the holiday than before. That's interesting. That's crazy. I mean, they do sell. Bearded's always like, I don't care. Christmas sells year round, no matter what it is. So it does. You ever find Sophia Cunningham jersey? Let me know. Oh, Southern. I know you're a sports girl. They had Sophia t-shirts. They did not have Sophia Cunningham all-star jersey because she wasn't an all-star. I don't think she was an all-star. But yeah, they had some shirts with Sophia Cunningham. If you don't know who that is, so all of the WNBA, they just kept beating up Caitlin Clark, and the refs weren't calling anything. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, because she gets so much attention, and I think, like, people get jealous. They just beat her up. One time, she got beat up, and Cunningham, no one knew about her. She came down and just clotheslined this girl that took Caitlin Clark out and, like, stood over her. And it was a huge thing, and she's kind of pretty. And so, like, she's got that going for it, and then that, and she just has blown up. All of my sports jerseys, soccer sell well. Yes, soccer jerseys sell well. With World Cup coming up, finding jerseys sell up well. Who's yours? Look at Monica. I bought some messy stuff at the sales too. Yep. So soccer stuff, guys. National team right now, that's the stuff you want to be looking for. U.S., France, Italy, Portugal, all those, Mexico, any of them. I need a milkshake. There you go. Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Dyer, Jayhawks basketball graduated from there many years ago. So treasure nest. We'll talk about the Caitlin Clark still. Today's my 21st anniversary or 41st anniversary. Happy anniversary, Gladys. Gladys is always, look at any one of my posts or my videos. Gladys has liked it, commented on it, always commented actually on every single thing I post, every single thing. So I appreciate it, Gladys. Any idea for next whatnot? I'm gonna schedule it soon, but it's not gonna be women's clothing, so you guys probably won't be interested. But if you have like, I'm gonna do a golf clothing show, a kids clothing show, so you might. Caitlin Clark jerseys, wherever I put that. How much do you think I paid for those a piece? Those are the authentic, expensive Caitlin Clark jerseys from the All-Star game. How much do you think I paid for those a piece? Got to give Angel Reese some credit. Listen, Audra. Oh, because you're an LSU. You would. I bought one Angel Reese jersey. It almost did not make it through the night. Shelby almost destroyed it. But yeah, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark to me are like Larry Bird, not just because white or black or anything, but Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. It's the feud. Like, they don't like each other. They were rivals in college, just like Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. And you can tell they're rivals. They don't like each other. That's what the WNBA needs, and that's what they have right now, and that's what got the NBA popular. So right now, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are creating the league. $49 a piece, $6 a piece, $7.50, $15. All right, I wish some of those, but I bought these all for $11 a piece. So at the store, they're $100. $11 a piece. $11 a piece. And since I bought it so cheap, I can undercut the market. I don't care about that person over there who's selling them their business. I don't care. I'm the one out there on the road buying them. I will undercut the market, and I will have control on the market because I have so many. 11 a piece. My health insurance increased $250 a month this year. I just canceled. Reselling isn't all glamour. Nick, speaking the truth. $550 a month for one person is insane. All because Illinois removed themselves from the market, from market. That's crazy. From their to make their own. Illinois, oh my gosh, it's one of those. It's just shoot yourself in the foot type of thing, you know? Yeah. But also it's crazy. Like, there are people that don't have insurance. Shelby always talks about it. She's like, I pay $500 a month for our family for insurance. And I know people that don't have insurance and their doctor bills are lower than ours. I'm like, I know, it is crazy. Goat. She's the goat, Tracy. Does Indiana get a lot of Chicago sports teams apparel on sale? No. No, we don't. Nope. In Indianapolis, we don't, because we have the Colts and the Pacers. We'll get some St. Louis stuff, some Cubs stuff. But when I go to Chicago, it's full of Cubs, Blackhawks, Bears, Bulls, White Sox, all that. Can you show us how to do a listing for one item, variation sizing? I can't, because I do it from my phone, and I haven't taken a photo of anything. So I can't, at least right this second. Okay. Ariat jeans, another Poshmark sale. Ariat jeans, love Ariat. Mac, you know what I'm talking about. These don't even have the big patch on the back, but they still sold for $35. Again, probably my favorite pair of jeans to sell. I just can't find them very often. BKE are a second. I find them more often. I'm going to put these in one of these because they're Poshmark, and that's that. Yay, we're caught up. So happy to be with everybody today. Let's go. All right. What did I do? Okay, there that is. So Ariat jeans, obviously be on the lookout for those. Let's get back to teaching. Always new people watching. If you're new, what's up? Thanks for coming in. First thing on eBay that sold, I guess, is the last thing. And let's talk about this is promoted as a thing. This was not promoted. This was a Nifty sale. $22.50 was the selling price. So I know it's a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out an offer. This is a Johnny O Polo. So are we getting into polos now? Johnny O Polo, but it has a PGA golf course logo on it. Crooked stick. It's a PGA golf course. Important. So that's sold for $22.50 in the winter, which is great. Happy to sell that. Going to David. Perfect. One of the fastest moving G brands for sure. You know it. Mac, so Mac lives in Georgia, kind of, I would say more rural Georgia, right, Mac? Do you find Ariat where you live? Like here in Indiana, if I go out in the country, that's where I found, not Ariat, but yeah, Ariat, Kimes jeans. The only time I've ever found it was out in the country. And Indiana is mostly country. My husband pays $1,300 per month in insurance in Kentucky. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get personal, but like I know they increase it if you have like the health conditions or whatever they call them. What's up, nice comps? I know this guy. I know Blended. What's up? What's up, everybody? Just now coming in. I've been on for a little bit. We're just packing some stuff and answering questions, but yeah. What's up, everybody? Let's see. I'm getting out of this state, but it's frustrating. Oh, Nick. It's like they're determined to drive everyone, but Illinois is making it completely unaffordable. My rant for the day. Love Georgia. Yeah, Nick is planning on moving down to Georgia where you are, Southern. So that's his hope. That's his hope. It's rare, honestly. Maybe one pair every few months. Carhartt is pretty prominent. Yeah, agreed. I've only found it once. Carhartt is prominent here too. Sold BKE yesterday. BKE sells great if you price it right. Yesterday, my Goodwill had Ariat jeans marked at $18.99 and Polo Ralph Lauren at $12.99. Audra, what? I'm having to go quickly on their half off days. They're nuts. Yeah, that's crazy. I would definitely spend $10. Yeah, like 9 or 10 on those Ariat on the half off days. That's crazy. $20. Those are gonna sit there until half off days. Most insurance companies are leaving California, charge crazy money, wanting you to cancel health, auto, property, exact. Yeah, a ton. I'll tell you something else too. Just sold a North Pole train set. There you go. See, selling Christmas year round. Let's go. Sold a 90s pair of Levi's I got at the bins this morning for $55. They were super distressed. Those bins boy, those people who like the old clothes, they like the fade and the distress. Good sale, Annie. Just popping in to say hi. Now back to streaming for Whatnot Show, or streaming for Whatnot Show. Love all you guys. Have a blessed day. Yeah, Nice Comps has lots of Whatnot shows. Nice Comps over on Whatnot. So if you want great deals, and I watch some of the shows, and the deals are like steals. Also, camouflage Carhartt pants go crazy. I have a pair. Like right here. I priced them up though. I've also been doing a lot of Posh consignment, and the first two were just junk. My latest had well over 1,000 in free inventory. Something to consider if you're in an eligible state. There you guys go. Posh consignment. Okay, guys, you heard that first. Learn from the best, whatever. You have so much knowledge in your brain, so much. Y3K, you coined it. Do you think it's better to just promote listings on eBay since they just still kind of charge it? I think it's important to promote on eBay. I think it's a must. Okay, here's your promoted listing. My next item, promoted listing on eBay. International sale. It's a pair of Hugo Boss orange label jeans. Hugo Boss orange label jeans. I actually don't buy a lot of Hugo Boss anymore. But it's, again, high retail, low resale for what it is. These sold for $22.99, and they're going to international. They're actually going out in a padded flat rate priority envelope. I really want to try Whatnot, but I'm scared of the shipping options. Don't be. Just read through it. There's tutorials. Bama, have you watched? I have a Whatnot video. I mean, you know me. I'm like not super editing it, but I have a Whatnot video. It shows you from beginning to end Go watch that video on YouTube. It might be able. It might help you. Don't get scared about the shipping. It's easy. It's one of those things. Once you get down, it's good. Sold a Y2K men's polo men's Harrington plaid wool jacket 2 days ago. Paid $90, sold for $280. $280. I do not like that. Is a once in a year. That's awesome. eBay should do promoted photos. Buyers can't see your photos unless you promote them. Nick. Are you still promoting at 10%? I did for a while and I did great. Now I just did it just died off. My eBay's died off in general right now. A lot of people feel like they have. I do 9%. 9%. Okay. Wolf and Shepherd. Wolf and Shepherd shoes. Good brand to be on the lookout for. Wolf and Shepherd. You can see I paid $9 for them, and I sure did not take the little marker off the bottom. These I was on the fence about because they're a men's size 14, but I decided to still get them. They sold for $39, $39.99. So $9 and a $39.99. I bought 2 pair, and I did not have to clean them. I did not have to clean them, and I really like my new photo setup. So you can look at my eBay and look at my photo setup. I was the same, and if I could learn whatnot shipping, anyone can. Yeah, Annie, you're doing them now too. Yes, that's like a Wayne comment. If I can do it, anyone can. It's true. How long did it take me to go full time on eBay? The plan for me was never to go full time on eBay. It just happened that way. I had a really good teaching job, and then the teaching job turned into something different because we had such a teacher shortage. That it was just like overwork, overstress. So I decided there was about, I would say 2 years into reselling clothing, I could have quit my teaching job. About 2 years. Felt comfortable quitting my teaching job. I didn't quit until about 7 years after selling clothing. 6 or 7 years. 6 years. Okay. Next item is a jacket sold for $90. If you don't follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I put this stuff over there. $90. This is the brand. Schneider's? I don't know. I found it in Chicago, Nick. I found it in Chicago, of course, because it's more bougie. Felt really good. Felt quality. So I looked it up, and I saw that the brand, one of those that you look up, and you don't even need to look at sold comps. You just see like everyone's has them listed for like $100 to $300. Okay, $9 going in my cart. Sold it. Took a best offer of $90. That one also sold via promoted listing. The shoes did not sell via promoted listing. Right now I'm just zipping it up. So here's the jacket. That's the brand name. If you want to go back and rewatch it, you can take a screenshot or whatever. And if you're on TikTok, you can always go back and rewatch these. I'm going to put this in one of these. Actually, no, this. One of these, eBay. Have you guys ordered your supplies yet? I've not for Q1. If you have an eBay store, that is. Or do you have to have your own printer when you're doing a whatnot show? Yeah, your thermal printer. You got to get a thermal printer for your whatnot show. And you just print out your labels on your thermal printer. Because you got to put them on the bag. That sold again for $90. I'm just over here making sure it's going to the right person. I don't want to switcheroo. And here's your Untuckit shirt. This is a cotton. Always talk about good materials or big size. This is a 2XL cotton Untuckit shirt. I paid $5 for these. This sold for $19.99. So just that bread and butter. Have you noticed your January sale this year lower than January in the past? Yep. So I'm guessing you're just now coming in. We talked about it earlier. This is my worst January I've had since I can remember. Worst January so far that I've had since I can remember. Now, the month is only half over. We still have half a month. So we can pick it up. It could pick up on its own, or we can run more sales or whatever to pick it up. I sold it all. I'm sold out of these now. So these are J. Crew pants with the drawstring, and they have this Cordura. Again, a lot of people skip over these. I found 4 larges, 1 medium, and I sold all 4 larges to one person, and I just sold this medium. They all sold quickly, $21.99 each. Regular sale on this one. It's so easy now, but I remember how confused I was doing eBay shipping at first with all the options. There's always a learning curve on a new platform. Nick, always hitting it right on the head. And eBay is the hardest to learn. eBay is by far the hardest to learn. Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, so easy. Whatnot, easy. Just got to learn it. You'll be good. And it depends what you sell too, right? Next item, Tommy Bahama. I talked about this in my video recently. If you watch my YouTube video, my haul, I will buy Tommy Bahama if they have the name right here. This one's called the Coastline Cord. If they have the name, these are the newer Tommy Bahama shirts. So this says Tommy Bahama Coastline Cord. It's cotton. It's a cord. It's not the silk crazy da-da-da-da-da. It sold for $22.99. So that's what I'm doing. Is an eBay store worth it? How many items do you think before getting one? So K-Cluster, what with getting a cross lister like Nifty, getting an eBay store, whatever you get either has to be saving you money every month or making you more money every month. So to get an eBay store, you get a few advantages, but if you're paying more for insertion fees than you would if you had an eBay store where they give you a certain amount of insertion fees per store, like 1,000 or 2,000, whatever it is, that's when you need to get a store. You just have to figure out the math. And then same thing with Nifty. Can you make more money a month by getting Nifty and cross-listing and doing all the analytics? Then it's worth it. You don't want to just get it because you see people like me that have it. You want to do it if it only makes sense. Sold these for $55. These are Allen Edmond. I paid $30 for these, $30 for these, sold them for $55. Allen Edmond shoes. I bought a whole bunch of these at once. These are probably the most beat up, but I'm still fine. 30 into 55 is still just fine for me. Allen Edmond penny loafers. I've been selling the Tommy Bahama jeans lately, so pick them up. Ooh, at the bins. At the bins, I would for sure. $7.99. I can't. $7.99 is tough. How much are you selling them for, Annie? I have had 4 $0 days. Listen, you're not alone. It has been slow. These sales right here, other than the 2 Poshmark, these sales right here were from Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All these sales I'm packing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and overnight last night. Or maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and overnight last night. And the 2 Poshmark were from yesterday. So my sales have been slow too. I'm not selling. I like to sell 10, or I like to sell 1 to 2% of my store a day, which is 8 to 16 items a day, and I'm not hitting that mark. 22 on Poshmark, surprisingly. Ooh, 22 is a good price point for me. On if I pay $79 for jeans, $7.99 for jeans, they have to sell quick. Okay, Allen Edmonds. Those are going to Daniel. Daniel. Again, I told you, been selling shoes. I like the shoes. Like the shoes. Next item is a new with tags. This sold via promoted listing, and it sold Nifty. So this is just a new with tag, new without tags, new with tags. Yeah, it just has this one tag here. So I put new without tags, but I put new at the title. New Nike Dry Fit, but I put it new without tags because it doesn't have the original tag. Sold for $27. Tommy Bahama Island Zone polos. It used to be real good. So yeah, that's kind of how it's been. Yeah, sales have been slower. They've been slower. Just is. It is what it is. Things will pick up. I'm telling you, if you have spring and summer stuff, list it. Because once March 1st hits, I'm telling you, that stuff will just go crazy. You want to have it on the market. Most of your sales come at the beginning of the season for the seasons. $69.99. So these are that Mephisto, and this leather right here. I'll show you guys first. This is Pebble. So if you find a shoe like this, you want to look up the brand and Pebble Leather. This is Pebble Leather. Pebble Leather, Mephisto. I think I paid $5 for these at a church sale. I know I did. $5 for those at a church sale. And I sold those for $69.99. $69.99. What's up, Designer Clothing Exchange? How's it going? eBay kind of misleads you on insertion fees. You get 250 free listings per month, but your listings renew every 30 days. So once you're at 250, you need to get a store. Personally get a store. Yeah. So every time your item renews, that's an insertion fee. So they say you get 250 free insertion fees. So you're like, oh, I get 250 items a month. No, every 30 days they renew your item. That counts as an insertion fee. I'm bracing for when everyone gets their income taxes. Let's go. Yeah, right? I'm going to be paying. It does kind of suck going from being a teacher, getting W-2s and getting money back to owing money every year. Not complaining. I'm just saying. Sucks. I guess that's what big boys do. That's what big boys do. Jeans here in California are 10 to 13 in most every thrift store. It has to be something special to be picked up. Yeah, I agree. At $10 to $13, it's got to be something special for a pair of jeans. I would pay 10 to 13 for a pair of Ariat and some other stuff, but yeah. What's up, Kitschy Mushroom? Hey, what you had and sales? Kitschy Mushroom and sales. Is it because I've been watching your Whatnot and you're doing estate sale Whatnot auctions? I know. I've been watching you, girl. I've been watching. Stealing from the church. Bearded. What? Bearded. This is my last item. Bearded. I do not steal from the church. They like my money. Do you know if you can ship a hazardous item with hazard ground label in the ground advance box? I don't know. Southern. Bearded, you know, you saw that type of stuff. Bearded, can you do that? You know if you can ship hazardous item with hazard ground label? I think so. Actually, I think what the hazardous material has to be ground. I don't think it can be I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if it can be priority because those fly. Perfume on Mercari? I'm not sure. I can't answer that. I'm not sure. Thumbs up. Thanks. A Georgia store I go to just permanently lowered every clothing item to $3. There you go, Nick. Our Goodwill's there for a while, priced up all their items. These are new with tags Levi's. They sold for $32.99. New with tags Levi's, $32.99, $5.50. Very popular brand. It's tough to get those. They sell those at like Kohl's and stuff. But our thrift stores priced stuff up, and then about a year later, they priced it back down. So you'll see fluctuations along the way. I'm going to put it in one of these. I'll put it in an eBay bag. Follow the rules. Do I pay quarterly? No, I pay yearly. But you do you. Do you relist on eBay? So I have Nifty delist and recreate my items. So eBay thinks I'm listing brand new items instead of eBay renewing them. I highly recommend Nifty for multiple reasons. So not only the cross lister, but also it does things like that. It delists and then recreate your items. So eBay thinks you're making new items every day. Where in Georgia? I'm just playing. I assume it's going as long as you had a sticker on it. Yeah. Bearded doesn't know, actually. He's got baby brain. Nick is moving outside of Atlanta. Nick, what area are you moving in? Is it north of Atlanta? I think I drove through there. I remember thinking of you when I drove through there. Where do you and Chris go sourcing, if you don't mind me asking? No. So I do all my sourcing really from Goodwill. And then like retail arbitrage, I'll do Dick's Outlet, Sierra, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and some at Ross too. Why am I not teaching? Because I just was over it. I loved my job. I loved my kids. And then there was a teacher shortage. So I had a YouTube channel that I did all my videos for my students during COVID, and they watched those, and those were still posted. So what they did with me, instead of going in, getting my students and teaching them, taking them back because I travel between buildings, they said, "Hey, Brad, we need you over at the high school in this English class because the English teacher quit, and we need you there for 3 weeks." I'm like, I don't teach English. I don't have a teaching degree in English. We don't have a teacher there. We need you there. What about my kids? They'll just watch your YouTube videos. Okay. I did that for a year of doing jobs like that. So I came in the fall of the next year and I said, listen, if I'm doing that again, I will quit. And about 2 days into it, they called me and said they needed me to do it again. The next day I came in, I said, here's my 2 weeks. And they said, why did you just not quit before? I said, because I gave you guys a chance. I gave you a chance for me to come back the new year and go back to my original job that I'm here for. And they didn't. And I said, you know, I knew for 3 years I could always quit. And it's nice knowing in the back of your mind that you don't have to stay at this job if you don't want to. So I love my job, but I know at the end of the day I could quit whenever I wanted. So I quit after 2 weeks, or I gave them a 2 week notice, which I really didn't need to do because I knew I wasn't going back into teaching. But I did it. And that's what I did. Peace. You guys, I told you I was going to leave if you did that. And I get it. They had no choice. There's no teacher there. They have to have a body there. I get it, but not going to be me. Yes, box has to be labeled. Checks box when printing label. Correct. Can only go ground. All right. So you need to check the box as hazardous when creating the label, and it can only go ground. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. There you go. I'm appreciative of the work you do. Did some special needs kids too. I adore the nonverbal autistic because your girl does that stuff. Non-autistic, autistic girl. My girlfriend is a nanny for, so important to have good people for those voices, for sure. So if you guys don't know, the last 9 years of me teaching, or 10 years, I taught special needs students PE. So these were students who could not go to gym because it was too dangerous, so they wouldn't follow directions or whatever, whether it physical impairment, mental impairment, whatever. So I would go in and adapt and modify stuff for them, and I'd take them in the gym and I would teach them PE stuff and play games and have a lot of fun doing that stuff. Loved my students, loved my job. I would still be doing it probably. But they pulled me to do the other. Yeah, Nifty is king. I agree. Or queen, whatever that crown means. Flea markets are better and cheaper than thrifts. I agree. We just here in Indiana and Indianapolis don't have a lot of flea markets, especially throughout the winter. You in OCLA? I'm in Indiana. Is that what you're talking about? It's Peachtree City, Mac. Peachtree City is where Nick is looking to move. Peachtree City. Annie, your son has autism. Is he high functioning or what? Tell me a little bit about it. Because you know there's a spectrum, right? There's a spectrum. I love my job working with special needs students as a paraprofessional. Miss my students a lot. Exactly, Depop. I miss my students. Love my students. Loved them. And they love me. Like, we had the best relationship. It was so good. You could see it. Like, I did things with them. Like, I got them to sweat. Like, I applied for them to go swimming. So I got all of them in the pool. I applied for a grant to get fishing poles. So we all went fishing. Like, lifelong things that those kids can do. It was great. I loved it. Northwest of Atlanta. There you go. Is that okay? Is that where Nick is gonna be? Wednesday's clearance sale's going on right now, but they have multiple. They're always having a sale of some sort. Built some great relationships. I was happy to advocate for them as well. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. I love my students. They're adults now. We still get together sometimes. I've heard you should always list everything regardless of the season due to buyers in different climates. Yeah. So I'll talk about that real quick. I agree with you. When I first started eBay, that's what I did. It's just me, by the way. I don't have any help for pictures, social media, nothing. I do everything, right? So I only would, I would list everything when I got it. And then I would start to thrift more and more and more, and I'd have more and more inventory. So let's say it's January. Let's say it's December. And I just thrifted I have a ton of inventory. I have 2 piles, 100 of stuff here and 100 of here. Over here, I have 100 of winter and fall items and 100 of spring and summer items. What I would do is prioritize for the season. So I'm thinking right now, most of our country is cold. I'm going to list this cold gear stuff right now. When I finish that, I'm going to do the summer stuff. So I'm going to do this stuff first, then I'll do that second. And then I got to a point where I would have so much winter, I could list winter stuff all winter long, then list spring and summer stuff all spring long. And all that stuff stays on. So this monster's so good, Tracy. It's a new one. Ultra Wild Passion. There's 2 purple. Don't be fooled by the other one. It tastes nasty. Real nasty. What's sad for most, sad your kids must miss you. Yeah, I miss them and they miss me, but you know, life goes on. There'll always be another good teacher out there. Whatever percent does eBay send out for you? Do you have it set to a customer can make a counter offer? No. On eBay, you cannot get a counter offer when Nifty sends an offer. Poshmark, you do. So on all platforms, I have 10%. Nifty sends out 10% offers to everybody. 10% offers to everybody. Punk Punch is new. Punk Punch is new. It tastes like fruit punch. All right, Punk Punch. It's got to be sugar-free, though. It's got to be sugar-free, or at least this has no sugar, but it has 10 calories in the can, so I don't know where that came from. It's the funniest thing when a nonverbal person messes with you. She knows she can pick your nose and put it on you inside and laughs. Oh, yeah. I mean, so my favorite part of the job was we called it life skills where I worked, not special needs. It was life skills. And I would teach them like sarcasm. I talked about this before. Sarcasm and joking and playing. Because in life, people get sarcastic and stuff, and you have to read people. You have to understand, you know, are you joking with me? Are you kidding with me? You know, and then when they start doing it back to you, it's so fun. My brother works at Coca-Cola and brings new ones in as soon as they drop. Oh, well, you are in Georgia, Coca-Cola capital of the world. You the best job. I didn't know. They lost a great job. I appreciate that. Hope you keep in touch with the kids. I do. I keep in touch with them. Actually, we message some of them. We message often. Some of my ones that were like in between at the high school level, you kind of the cutoff you really see the cutoff where it's like their life skills or their like they go in between classes and life skills or their gen ed students. So I gave all of my large XSR real tops to my brother-in-law, and he saw them, and I said, here, a few $100 worth, but he's such a good guy. It helps him out financially. Yeah, for sure. In fact, my neighbors came over last night, and I said, whatever you want, you can have, because I thrifted I didn't thrift, but I bought like thousands of stuff, and it'll help, and they'll appreciate it. So that's it, everybody. Long live. Happy to be back. Hopefully we learned some things, all that sort of stuff. Glad to be back on TikTok too, everybody. That's it. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Be safe. And I'll see you guys the next time. All right. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Bye, Gladys. See everybody. See if I remember how to get off.